What's up, guys? This video is going to be about how I feel about the Heat's future and also, the upcoming playoffs. Now, if we make the playoffs, I'm pretty sure we will. If we make it in the 8 seed capacity or the 7 seed capacity, hell, even the 6 seed capacity, because all those seeds are low. What's the point of even hoping? Okay, let's be honest. We're not winning the championship this year. No team in the Eastern Conference is winning a ring this year. It's probably gonna be. I got my picks on Houston, honestly, to win the whole thing. I had bet it with my friend's brother. About 2 months ago, I told him, "Look out, Houston's gonna beat you." He's a Golden State Warrior fan or whatever. And I told him, I bet $50 that Houston's gonna beat Golden State in the playoffs, and it's looking like it's gonna be that. But hell, if you never know with the NBA. But I basically had Houston winning the championship anyway. My dream, other than us, of course, but my dream finals matchup, and hopefully it could come true, but I doubt it this year, would be Houston and the Boston Celtics. And you know how I feel about the Boston Celtics. I hate that fucking organization to death, but I love Kyrie Irving. So yeah, that's my dream matchup, to see Kyrie Irving versus James Harden. I would love to see that. But back to reality. This team is not getting out the first round if we make the playoffs. They're not getting out the first round. And since we already know that, what are we going to do this summer? This is kind of the video that I made a few days ago about the Heat's future. Pat Riley said in the beginning of the season, or really this summer when he signed James Harden and Deion Waiters back, that he's bringing all these guys back to see what we have for the upcoming years. This is the first year of this process, or with these guys on our roster. This ain't looking good. A mediocre team for the next 4 years? That's not good. Because you think about it, we have no draft picks. That Gordon Dragic trade in 2014, when we traded to get him, we literally traded all those future first rounders for him, just for Gordon freaking Dragic. Yeah, in hindsight, that was a terrible fucking trade. And then last year, when we could have, and I hate tanking, I really do. But you only tank when it's necessary. Like when the Spurs did it for Tim Duncan, when they knew they could get Tim Duncan, so they went on and tanked. We could have did that for Donovan Mitchell this year, because we was only one pick away from him. We could have did that for Donovan Mitchell this year. We could have tanked for Dennis Smith Jr., a guy that I was high on, and I still am. I still think he's going to be a future All-Star. There was a lot of guys in that draft that we could have got. Hell, De'Aaron Fox, the guy that fucking owns us. We could have got him some kind of way. Now, I'm happy with Bam Adebayo, but come on. We need a point guard. I want to start right here. Our biggest problem is our point guard. Oh, Gordon Dragic, All-Star. What are you talking about, bro? Gordon Dragic is how old? He's around, I think he's 32. He's not great defensively. He's a good three-point shooter. He plays his ass off. He plays hard. He kind of reminds me of Tony Parker. He's not as talented as Tony Parker, but he reminds me of him. He drives to the paint relentlessly, no fear. I like all that, but he's what the Heat is. He represents the Miami Heat. He's somewhat the engine to this offense. But like I said, he's an older point guard in the NBA. You got Kemba Walker that's better than him. You got, John Wall. You got Kyrie freaking Irving. I'm just talking about the East guys. You got Kyle Lowry. I wouldn't say Kyle Lowry. I take that back. Kyle Lowry and Gordon Dragic are the same to me. But you get what I'm trying to say. You got a lot of point guards. We didn't even talk about Russell Westbrook, Curry, and I don't even like Russell Westbrook, but you know, Damian Lillard. All these guys are better than Gordon Dragic. We have a low tier point guard. We have a injured shooting guard that I don't even think he's really not that good. He's a volume scorer in Dion Waiters, and it looks like he's going to be injury prone. You know, you got a lot of holes in this team actually if you think about it. The coaching is not the best when it comes to late game situations and rotations. It seems like we always get injured around this time of the year when it's crunch time. It's just a lot of things wrong with this team. But point guard is the biggest hole we have right now. We don't even have a backup point guard if you think about it. Who's backing up Gordon Dragic? TJ? TJ's not a point guard, so he's a backup two guard. TJ's a great 6-man 2 guard. I do not look at him as a point guard. Then you got Josh Richardson as your backup point guard. No, again, he's a shooting guard or a forward, but I like him as shooting guard better. You know, I keep telling this. I mean, I keep wanting to the Heat to get what's his name, Bronte Weber from the G League. He's already gone now. The Grizzlies just picked him up just for his defensive attributes, but they act like they don't want to get him. So, and he's familiar with our system. And we don't have a backup point guard. We don't have great coaching, honestly. I like Espo, trust me. Espo has done a lot of positive things for this team, but he's also doing a lot of stubborn, stupid, negative things also. Oh. And then we got a shooting guard of the future in Josh Richardson. I believe in him. He's a great two-way player. He's a piece, though. I don't see him being a superstar franchise guy for this team. He's a great championship piece. But he could be a good starting point on shooting guard for us. A small forward position as of now is Justice Winslow for the future. And, you know, Justice Winslow, I'm still willing to give him one more year to blossom. He's done a little these past few games, but I'm going to give him one more year to blossom. So we kind of got a small forward for the future. But then you look at the power forward position. We don't have a power forward, guys, at all. Luke Babbitt? You seriously want him? I understand the league is going in this stretch 4 era thing now, but Luke Babbitt as your stretch 4, Kelly Olynyk, James Johnson. I'll talk about James Johnson a little later. This team we have a lot of holes, what I'm trying to say. Gordon Dragic won't be here forever, and he's not really you can't really win with him. And then you got a big hole in the power forward position. You just put random guys in there as a stretch 4. Well, we had Okoro White, Luke Babbitt, Kelly Olynyk, James Johnson. And then let's get to James Johnson. James Johnson is not playing like his contract says he should. He is not doing what we need him to do. A guy like him, I expect him to average around 17 points, 6 rebounds, and like 5 to 6 assists a game. I expect him to do that and be a defensive leader. He doesn't do it every night. He's inconsistent. And you know what that tells me? That tells me he shouldn't be on the team anymore. He's supposed to be one of the co-leaders of this team behind Dwayne Wade and Haslam. But he's really not. He's not playing like his contract says he should. He's so laissez, and, you know, what are we going to do with that? And then you got a big-ass contract in Kelly Olynyk that I think now we made a bad investment in him. Sure, he has bright spots, but he has also a lot of negative spots too. And those negative spots are going to be it's going to be hard to play him in the playoffs in the near future. Now, I'm not even talking about this year. I'm talking about the near future when you're trying to compete for a championship. He's going to be targeted as a defensive liability, and the opposing team is going to destroy him. Uh, so and that's that's another huge contract. Deion Waiters, James Johnson, and Kelly Olynyk, and also Gordon Dragic. I don't see them um contributing into a big, into a championship. Gordon Dragic will be great off the bench. But as a starting point guard for an NBA championship team, nah. Nah, bruh. Let's get back to reality. And I like the Dragon, but come on now. That's why I was pushing so hard for the Heat to get Kyrie Irving down here in some kind of way. Because Kyrie Irving is that guy that is that has a championship DNA in him. Clutch, plays defense when you actually need him to. He's very underrated in defense. Obviously the best finisher in the NBA. Around the rim, the best finisher, especially for his size. That's crazy. Kyrie Irving is what, 6'3"? He's an inch taller than me, guys. And he's in the NBA with all these big men and stuff. He's the best finisher around the rim, it seems, especially for the guards. So you got all that. You got all that in one guy named Kyrie Irving. If the Heat would have had him, we would probably be a third seed in the East. No, we'll probably be the first seed in the East. Fuck that. We will be the first seed in the Eastern Conference right now. Definitely. But this goes back to, now we're going to go to Pat Riley. We ain't going to talk about the makeup of the roster. This goes back to Pat Riley. You got to be aggressive when you're getting these guys. If you're telling me if you could get a Shaq in his prime with the LA Lakers, if you could lure him away, how can you not lure Kyrie Irving away from Cleveland? You got Shaq for basically Lamar Odom, Caron Butler, and who else? That was a big-ass trade. I forgot the rest of the pieces. Pretty much Caron Butler and Lamar Odom. That's what you got Shaq for. You telling me you couldn't have got Kyrie Irving for Gordon Dragic, Tyler Johnson, and hell, even Justice Winslow? You could have got Kyrie Irving down here? Because if we wouldn't have got Kyrie Irving, we wouldn't have. I think Gordon Hayward would have came down here then. See what I'm getting, guys? Where's the urgency in Pat Riley to get these superstars down here? Now I want to go to Hassan Whiteside. Hassan Whiteside is a great player. I actually will want to keep him. But he can be very inconsistent too. Now, do I want him traded? No, not at all. He's too valuable for our defense. He is the anchor of our defense. And fans are starting to see it now. The same fans that talk about on these Heat pages on Instagram, talking about, on websites, talking about, oh my God, we should trade Hassan Whiteside. He's not playing with impact, quote unquote. That's bullshit. You see how bad we are with Hassan Whiteside, without Hassan Whiteside? Yeah. Yeah, y'all want to keep Kelly Olynyk and Bam Adebayo over Hassan Whiteside? Go right ahead. We ain't winning shit like that. He is our defense identity. Our pick and roll defense is so bad without Hassan Whiteside, it's ridiculous. And I'm so sick of these people talking about how we should trade him. Even non-Heat fans, bloggers and stuff talking about, oh my God, Hassan Whiteside is he just has empty stats. Half of that may be true. He still, at the end of the fucking day, put his long ass arms up and protect the fucking rim. And that's all we need him to do. He's a fucking huge fucking wall for our interior defense. And when you don't have a guy like that, a rim protector like that, teams destroy you. They score literally 59 points on you in the paint like the Sacramento Kings just did. Now, I do like our young guys and Josh Richardson, Bam Adebayo, and Justice Winslow, and even TJ. But you got to get a superstar down here if you really want to compete in these Eastern Conference playoffs, and even for a championship. You got to get a freaking all-star down here. Gordon Dragic is not going to do it for us. Gordon Dragic, quote-unquote, is supposed to be our best player. He's not carrying us to an Eastern Conference Finals, let alone an NBA Finals. Pat Riley, I don't want to see mediocrity from this team for the next 4 years or 5 years. I don't want to see barely making it to the playoffs or a low Eastern Conference bottom seed. Don't want to see that. You are a winner. I'm a winner. Most Heat fans are winners. We want to see rings. We want to see rings. We're not the freaking Toronto Raptors. We're not the freaking why Cleveland just won a ring. They're still not a winning organization. We're not the Wizards. We're not the Cavaliers. We're not these the Charlotte Hornets, where they probably would never win a ring. We're the fucking Miami Heat. We have 3 rings. Shouldn't we add more to that? Come on, we got to get back to winning, guys. Because this is not what's up. Barely making it to the playoffs and being 8 seed teams. Come on now. We better than that. I think that's all I wanted to say. Pat Riley got to look at this, the makeup of this roster, and hell, even some of the coaching, and he has to really think to himself, what will it take to get another ring down here in South Beach? Because Pat Riley, what did you promise? You promised before you retire, you'll at least get one more down here after the Big 3 era to cement your legacy. Now, you're already a legend. You really don't have to do all that, but that would be the perfect ending for you to get another ring down here after the Big 3 era. Let's get it down here, man. You're the godfather down here. Come on, bro. Let's get some more rings out here. All right, guys. That's all I got to say for this video. He Lifer 305 out. Let's get it.